So, we got a package in the mail today. Don't judge. Yeah, that's the truth of it. What is going on, people? It's Christopher O'Toole here with you guys today. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing, or more giving a review on the Velbon Sherpa 5430D. Now, this is a tripod that usually goes for around $220, and I would personally say that it's worth the price. Now, I've been using this for the past little while, few weeks, sometime in that area, that general time space. Now, I'm not a tripod maker or the son of a tripod maker, but I can tell when a good tripod is a good tripod, especially because, as you just saw, I was originally dealing with a kind of flimsy tripod, really flimsy tripod, extremely flimsy tripod, and that was just broken apart. And so I could tell that was really cheaply made. But this tripod, you know when you pick something up and it's like, wow, this is really made really well, or the opposite extreme, you pick something up and you're just like, well, this is kind of made bad. Well, yeah, this tripod is one of those things that you pick up and you're just like, this is made very well. Okay, so yeah, that is that. And this tripod, I should have weighed it, but I'm not quite sure how much this weighs. But it weighs a lot, and so that kind of adds to the overall structure of it. I guess it's made with very little plastics put into it, and so yeah, this is mostly a metal tripod, so it's very heavy. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get into the technical specifications of this tripod. So first off, we have, of course, 3 legs, tripod, of course. 3 legs, and all of them have 3 extendable joints on them, so that this can stand at, I think it's about 6 feet. Okay, so this stands at, I think around 6 feet with the extendable head all the way extended as well, and the 3 legs extended all the way. So, or your camera will stand around 6 feet. I know I'm like almost 6 foot or 6 foot. And so this stands about my perfect head height all the way extended. So 6 foot is a pretty good height to have. Now, if you're 6'2" or 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", if you're 6'7", get another tripod. But for most people, this is a pretty much perfect height all the way extended. Now, yes, it would be good if it could extend to 6 feet without having to raise this top head, but I'm okay with it as it is. And so, yeah, that is how tall it stands. Now this, the head that comes with it, default head that comes with it is a regular ball head. It does have a quick release on the top of it, and if you may see other videos with it on it, I'm not sure, but I do have to put this on sideways. I assume sideways on my camera using this little flip dial thing down here that lets you kind of custom adjust where it sits on your camera. You know, I do have to put it lengthwise, so my camera goes like this, and this actually goes like this. And the reason I do that is because otherwise I'd have to take this off and put this on every time I take out a battery or an SD card, and sideways I can actually switch out SD cards. Sadly not on the tripod, but I can just take off the quick release and go ahead and switch out a battery or a SD card, take it out, switch out, whatever, if I need to, just without having to unscrew this, because this would eventually wear out the threads on the tripod. So that is the quick release. Of course, it's kind of normal. It does have 3 levels on it, which I have found to come in very handy. My old tripod, of course, as you saw, didn't have levels on it, and so I had to eyeball things. I hope this is level right now. But anyways, it does have a level with the X, Y, and Z axes, so you can level everything. The little axis right here is very small, but I think it's still doable. And the ball head, of course, is controlled with this simple little dial right here, where you can then move the ball head around, and I'm sure that's pretty self-explanatory, but that is that. Now, that is the default head. You can, of course, switch out your head on these tripods. Just unscrew it, I'm assuming. Never done this before, but I'm assuming that's how you do it. And then here you have your legs for your tripod. Hey, I could actually put my camera on that. Or if you, of course, if the other head for some reason doesn't have the same thread size, then you can just take off this and replace the whole bottom to it. But also, at first, when I first got this, I was sort of wondering why this middle thing right here unscrewed. Once it does, there you go. The middle thing in the tripod unscrews, and this is the reason. Here you have little switches right here that you can move over and then move over all the way. And basically what that does is it allows you to extend your tripod legs a little bit and lower it closer to the ground. Or maybe a little bit earlier I was using this where the ground was a little bit uneven, and so the ground over here, I had to reach out with the tripod leg and touch it. So basically all I did there is just pulled the tripod leg out like that, and that's that. So when you put it in, it'll automatically pop back, and so it's spring loaded, and so it'll just pop right back. There's 3 different settings for this. One intermediate setting. Hang on just a second. I need to go pop that. There you go. There's the intermediate setting right there. See, this is the normal setting. This is the intermediate setting, and then pops back down, of course. Or this is all the way out, and this is nearly at a right angle. So it's dealing with very different heighted things, or you may need to reach over with one leg or something like that. But that is very interesting. Also, now these are held on with really sturdy bolts that go all the way through it. That is very good, especially in contrast with my other tripod, which kind of had these little screw things that these little screw things that kind of screwed into the side of it, and then one of them popped out, and that's why the leg was falling off. But anyways, this tripod is bolted on with really sturdy looking, at least, bolts, and so it moves out and it sticks there. Now these are stiff, very stiff on purpose. You just move it out and move it back in. Now I'm just assuming if one of these gets loose, you just tighten the bolt back and it'll be stiff once again. But I'm guessing that these bolts are bolts that will not come out and undone, whatever those bolts are called. But overall, I would say this tripod gets this tripod with the default head, if that's what you want, if that's what you need, if you can always switch out the head. But this tripod with the default head, if that's what you want, I would say it gets a 9 or 10 out of 10 star. Okay, let's just go lower. It gets a 5 out of 5 stars. Okay. This thing just feels really sturdy. I saw some complaints online. Of course, I looked at the reviews, like you should before you buy a product. But I looked at the reviews of this tripod before I did it, and there were a few 1-star reviews, I think it was. No, 3-star. I think that was the lowest, but 3-star reviews on how it was unstable. The tripod wasn't stable when it was extended, and that has not been my experience at all. Okay, the tripod is now I haven't had this tripod for forever, but as of so far, this tripod has been a very stable tripod. It feels like you could beat a wall down with it, just hacking your way through it with a tripod. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but okay, it's your tripod, I guess. But overall, I would say this tripod is an absolute insane tripod. It's not that big. It did come with its own bag, which I thought was interesting because you can't really put this or this huge tripod in your backpack because it's about as big as a backpack. So this is a sort of big tripod when it's unfolded, but it's not that big, I would say. But so it does come with a bag of its own that you just zip up and stow away. And that is that. Anyways, that is it for me today, guys. If you guys like this video, click that like button down below. If you guys have any questions or comments, drop them in the comments box down below. And for more videos on photography and cinematography videos, click that subscribe button. Anyways, I'm Christopher O'Toole, and I will see you in the next video. Long live the camera. So, sorry for the sound, by the way, but I wanted to take you guys out with me so you guys could experience with me the final moment. The moment we've all been waiting for. Well, not all of us, but I've been at least. Well, that was sort of anticlimactic. That's that. So that was probably the strangest thing that I have ever spent any time shooting. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.